Considering the unabated state-sponsored attacks and series of physical harassments on the candidate of SDP, Allege Yakubu Ajaka, the National Working Committee once again hereby respectfully call on the President of the Federal Republic, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, to address the brewing social tension and the evolving state of anarchy in Kogi State. This ugly situation has arisen from the prevailing reign of political terror against opposition parties, particularly the SDP. We are therefore appealing and repeating our call to the President for a special panel of inquiry to investigate the ongoing political terrorism and extrajudicial killings in Kogi State. This is a request for a definitive call to order for the Kogi State Governor to stop the unwarranted political extremism. We have conducted our own independent findings, which show that there are no genuine reasons whatsoever for the outgoing governor to harass our governorship candidate, except that the outgoing governor, Yahaya Bello's administration, has fallen far below the expected standards of good governance and has now become very jittery. All economic and human development indices have shown that Kogi State have fallen below expectation in the last 8 years under Governor Bello. We shall continue to stand firmly behind Allege Ajaka and defend his rights to secure and safe campaigns. We have formally petitioned the Office of the President, we have petitioned the Office of the Inspector General of Police, and also petitioned all the service chiefs, including the DSS. We are aware that somehow in Kogi State, some of the operatives of government have been compromised. But we are confident that the appropriate actions will be taken by the various service chiefs and the President and the Inspector General. We are calling on all bastions of democracy and civil liberties, including international communities in Nigeria, to pay attention to the state-sponsored violence, extrajudicial killings, and unwarranted repressive measures in Kogi State, and to take necessary actions to prevent a social disorder and to avoid loss of lives. This is important because a subnational political crisis of this nature could actually snowball into a national crisis. Finally, we wish to enjoin you as seated here, the entire Nigerian press, the media, to push into the forefront of national discourse by prioritizing major spotlights on the unlawful activities led by state actors, illegal deployments of state apparatus, and quasi-security bodies in Kogi State, under the leadership of Governor Yahaya Bello, because these are only to intimidate opposition parties. These, unfortunately, have become a mega trend and a negative narrative on our democratic culture as a nation.
You see, the general impression is that when you hear that somebody is a governor, at least there's a minimum level of comportment, a minimum level of honor that you expect. But I'm sorry to say this, and I'm actually embarrassed to say this, but in Kogi State, what we have in place of the governor is an outlaw. An outlaw. Any thug on the streets can favorably rub shoulders with the governor. The governor left Abuja because he heard Ajaka was on his way to Lokoja. When Ajaka took off, his convoy took off from here, there were social media people on the convoy who started posting the convoy. That was when he got to know. And the governor's staff, his convoy staff and all that, they were not present. And he couldn't wait for them. He took a Mercedes Benz moved with his chief detail and a few others and called some people to intercept Ajaka on the road. We have our information. When these people were coming yesterday, we already knew. No matter, there's nothing that happens in that place that we don't get to know. Because most people there are living under compliance. They are living under fear. So they give us information. So this information I'm giving you is information we got from inside. And Bello now decided to take off from Abuja and started pursuing Ajaka. He knew the itinerary. The itinerary was that Ajaka was going to visit the traditional ruler of Koto, Ohimegi of Koto. So when Ajaka spent time there, by the time he moved, Bello had closed in. Close to Lokoja, we met one of his commissioners, and Ajaka stopped to greet him because Ajaka was friendly with a lot of them. And shortly after that, Bello crossed, overtook, and blocked the road, and he now opened fire. Then the next thing, the spokesperson issued a statement that Ajaka came to attack Bello. A lot of people on the cover ran helter-skelter, some people received bullet wounds, and they escaped. They burnt some cars because they had mobilized some thugs ahead. You know, from here to Kogi takes almost 2 hours. They had mobilized some thugs to join the attack. So a lot of people ran, scattered into the bush and all that. And the vehicles, they burnt some vehicles. The one that had SDP branding that they saw, they didn't burn that one. What we later saw on TV was that there were guns in that pickup. We saw a gun in that pickup. That is what the commissioner of police of Kogi State, one Hakim Adesina Yusuf, is calling Allege Ajaka. The guns planted by Bello is what he's calling Ajaka to come and answer, and he's accusing him of terrorism. And let me tell you, you know why he's accusing him of terrorism? They will take him before a local magistrate court or high court, and terrorism is not ordinarily billable. Then the judge will now say, okay, go and remand this man in prison. And of course, when we say this, we're not saying because we don't have confidence in the judiciary. That's not what we're saying. Bello is a total conqueror.
We have a commissioner for information that is good at twisting facts as they are, and he does it proactively. I had some of the junk information he placed before people a few days ago, I think yesterday, on goings on in Kogi State, particularly on the issue of the attack on the State Directorate of Campaign Office, State Directorate Campaign Office of Murtala Ajaka. We have the photographic impression of the APC boss used by the thugs to convey themselves to that place in the process of carrying out that dastardly act. And they came in there, we have videos to show, where they pulled down our campaign materials and set them ablaze. But he was trying to twist the facts as they were. I want to tell you that in addition to this I have just said, is the fact that we have it on good authority that in the next couple of days they have procured vehicles that at the moment they are branding with the logo and the pictures of Muri and myself, which their thugs will be using to parade the streets of Kogi State and carrying out very embarrassing and untoward actions that we have condemned in its entirety. We want to call the attention of the law enforcement agencies and of course the Commissioner of Police for Kogi State should take note, the Director DSS, the Navy, and all the other apparatus of enforcement should ensure that whoever they found with such vehicles are arrested and profiled. I can assure you that they will never be supporters of SDP. We are told that they are going to be attacking government establishments. Of course, that does not win the election for us.
We are only involved in things that will win election for us, and the more reason why everybody in Kogi State knows that the Murisam ticket is the ticket to beat. And no wonder all the ferocious actions have been directed at Muritala. We remain undaunted, and we are sure that we are coasting to victory. Muritala Sam ticket has provided an enabling environment for Kogi people to once again, through the democratic process, produce a government that will release a new lease of life for the people of Kogi State. Please, I want this to be emphasized and escalated, because whatsoever we say here, we have been made to become soothsayers, because we have information. We have the information as to what actions they are about to take each time. And I hasten to conclude here that the SDP, the SDP has not branded any vehicle officially that you see parading the streets. Even people have made requests, but my principal and I have said that we know when we are going to kickstart the hitting the grassroots, except the flash test of the microphone that we are doing, like it happened at Ida, and the whole world knows that the response of the people in Kogi State, like my principal said, is organic and infectious, because it has been escalated to display that people are behind Muritala Ajaka. No wonder they are looking for him. But he will stand tall, and at the end of the day, the SDP will be the better for it.